We never have to deal with that as much.
Yo! What? We gotta do the intro. Now there's an audience, man. You got an audience now, man. Alright, I'm gonna hit the intro. I'm gonna hit the intro right here. What up, fam? What up, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. Military Life Before and After. Episode. Damn it, dude. What episode are we on? We've been plugging away at this for a while. We have some other people over here in the background. If you hear a fellow aviation squadron member. He has some crazy stories, man. We got to get him on the show soon.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome. And then fellow Coast Guardsman.
Yep.
Is he gonna be in one of your?
Yeah. The next video.
Yeah. Check out Coast Guard Chris's channel.
3 Stafford.
Yes.
Weapons electronics technician.
Nice, man. So Coast Guard Chris is gonna have a video out later also with one of his homies from his deployments. Man. That's awesome. Man.
He knows the real.
And then we got our mascot.
Yeah.
This is actually somebody commented on my videos, hey, I know that person.
That's like the female equivalent of Jody.
This episode though, guys, we're gonna talk about thieves. Thievery. People stealing. Otherwise known as the major Blue Falcons. You hear about Blue Falcons, right? But then the people that steal in the military on your ship, those are the worst, the lowest of the low, man.
Lowest of the low, man.
Now, did you experience on the Coast Guard? See, now I was on a huge carrier, aircraft carrier, and Chris, CGC, you were on a cutter.
Mm-hmm.
So super small crew, 200 people, huge crew, 5,000.
Yeah. So
I think you were saying,
well, like if someone stole something, like the whole ship would know.
oh yeah, well, now how big was your berthing? How many people?
14? 16.
Ooh.
16 racks.
16 racks?
But we'd only ever have about 14 or so.
Now this is gonna blow your mind. Guess how big my berthings were? On my carrier, 200-man berthing.
Oh, damn.
200-man berthing.
Join the Coast Guard. Join the Coast Guard.
Just imagine a P-way, right? A long P-way, like this much walking room, and then on all the sides, bunks, stacked 3 high, all the way down, all the way down, bunks on bunks. And just a caveat, imagine the smell. When the air conditioning would go off, sometimes the AC would break on the ship. 200 people's moldy laundry. I was telling them about when the AC would go out.
Oh, damn.
On the ship. We're talking about different sizes of berthings. Yeah. My berthing was 200 people on my carrier.
Yeah.
His was 14.
Yeah.
Nice.
It wasn't even full most of the
time.
He said it wasn't even.
We'd have our extra rack where it would be community rack with all the stuff on that
He's
rack.
enlisted.
Yeah.
Yeah. 14, man. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So literally, it was just a long P-way. Bunks on bunks. So thieves would be on a carrier. You can't leave your stuff on top of your rack for a second. I swear.
Who's gonna take it? No,
and you were saying, there's people come from all different types of people in the U.S. So there's people that were in gangs.
Yep.
There's people that were gang banging. My friend who was a LS, he was a blood. And it's not something he goes around. He's like saying, yeah, I'm a blood. But if you get on the carrier. Those people, those types of people, they all kind of click together. Yeah. You got the Filipino mafia, right? You got, you're probably
blood in, blood out with them.
Right? But, people, they click up, on the ship. That's for a whole nother video talking about, we could talk about that on another episode coming up. But about thieves, though.
Yeah.
People have sticky fingers.
Yeah.
And it's anything and everything. If there's something up...
food, socks.
Food, yeah.
It doesn't even need to be cool shit.
Yeah.
Just like you got Pringles? That's cool.
No name, fair game.
Yeah, exactly.
There was this thing on our ship. There was this thing in our work center. It was the most annoying thing, but it was no name, fair game. Oh, you can get a nice care package from your family, right? Get all these nice treats from your family. Leave it out for 1 second. Everyone's digging in your food, taking all your shit.
And the vision that was planted in my brain.
I'm like,
you better find a way to etch that shit, even if it's glossy plastic, like if it's like a ho-ho.
You gotta etch your ho-hos.
Plastic. Yeah. You better find a way to make permanent markers stay on there.
Yeah, man.
Like how marker will wipe off of that plastic? You better find a way to brand that shit.
I feel lucky to be on the cutter with it.
Now I'm sure in the Navy. Now there's different size ships, right? So we have the carrier, but then we also have destroyers and cruisers. So I imagine on a smaller ship, the crews are going to be more trust. You're gonna build more trust with each other. It's just impossible to build that kind of relationship on a 5,000 man ship. So just don't leave your stuff out ever. I'm telling you.
So if you got something
Survival of the
stolen
fittest, yeah.
and you had an idea of who it might be, is there someone you can go to and they would they have the authority to search them, or would they have to have like evidence to just check racks and stuff?
So there's an NCIS agent. What, 1 or 2, 3?
There's like
two.
There's 2.
There's like 2 agents at all times on the carrier. Like, you know, the TV, like legit NCIS. And that's what one of their things is. They investigate, they work with the MAs. So you'll see the Master at Arms walking around with the big bolt cutters. Yeah. They're like, open this rack, open this rack. And they can look through your... I remember coming back from one of the ports, somebody found a chief, like found a big bottle of, you know, like whiskey or something in this dude's rack. So he said, all right, full rack inspection right now.
Wait, but that's contraband. That's not thievery.
Oh, right, but it's saying like they can open your racks,
but would they do that for
thievery? Yeah, they'll dig through your stuff.
Oh, so if you got something stolen, you can just be like, I think it's him.
Yeah. I mean, you have to
open your rack.
Well, you know how the Navy is, man. They don't need any reason. Yeah, they're your property. They can go through whatever they want.
I was gonna say that was a problem on ours. They're not a problem, but it's such a hassle if there's no, lead or evidence or suspect. They're not gonna.
You would need evidence.
They're just gonna say, you should have locked it up.
Right. But they can be like, hey, this was stolen in this berthing. We're gonna go through all these racks right now. So they would make a stand by our rack, and they would just dig through, and everyone's standing there. And some people would freaking freak out because they would get back on the ship from port. They'd have those little bottles of whiskey or little, vodka bottles. And they freaking have to go dump it in the bathroom. They'd be like dumping it in the head, like freaking out, man.
That shit aboard ship, you're done.
Yeah. Do not risk bringing contraband on the ship.
No.
It is not worth the biscuit. No. Do not risk it for the biscuit, man.
You got nothing to gain and everything to lose with that shit.
Yeah, exactly.
We didn't have a whole lot of thievery.
You didn't have any thievery on the Coast Guard?
Not within our berthing area. Yeah. I got some stuff stolen.
You got some stuff stolen?
When I was outside, I left it alone for a couple minutes.
Yeah, it was crazy. People would get complacent on deployment. A couple months in, I would see laptops left on top of racks for like an hour. People would go take a shower, leave their stuff charging on top. I'm like, you got some huevos, man.
You better trust everybody in your 6-pack to not only steal, or not only not steal your shit, but to protect your shit from other people stealing it too.
That's a good caveat, because the 6-pack thing. Do you know what a 6-pack is?
Is that like the 6 racks?
The 6 racks. So we would have like communities of 6-pack. So imagine 200 bunks in a berthing.
It's a little games, right?
Everyone's creating their own 6-pack.
Like every 6-pack is like a neighborhood. I'm not.
That's so true.
And one side
so true.
is usually first classes. Was it like first classes stayed in one section?
Yeah.
Yeah. Same here. The first classes have their little gang.
Yeah.
And they look out for each other.
Because the first classes...
The older dudes, they stick together.
Yeah.
Now if you're E5 or below...
You have to form your own clique.
Jungle.
It's a jungle, man.
You gotta find...
Sharpen those shades.
You gotta find other E5 and below that have the like-minded interests of you. Otherwise, you're gonna hate...
Living where you are.
You're gonna hate those X months. Whether it's 6, 8, 10... You're gonna fucking hate your life.
That's great advice he's saying. So when you choose your rack, when you get onto your deployment, I got to be able to choose because I got on the ship really fast. But like my second deployment, I picked a bunk and it was the first class section, the E6. They were like, you gotta move, miners. Like, this is the E6 area. All these bunks.
You don't belong here.
I'm like, all right, I'm moving to the back.
We don't like your kind around here.
So you would see like E6s would have this area in the berthing, then the E5s, then like some cool E3s over here, and like the outcasts.
And then everybody else is lumped into the middle.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
And like no shit, people will get their sides. Normally it's near the doorways.
The good berthings.
Yeah. And then everybody else in the middle is just...
free for all. If you're stuck in the middle of the berthing, just racks all around you. It's a jungle, bro.
We're like bottom racks more... like the people on bottom racks or the top
bottom racks were garbage. Imagine all the dirt and...
I'm a bottom racker here, dude.
You like bottom rack?
We had it the same way.
It wasn't bad. It wasn't
I just couldn't imagine like all the nasty floor stuff getting kicked into your rack. That wasn't bother you?
What you had to do...
How do you...
to make it worthwhile?
Yeah.
Lysol wipes.
Oh, Lysol wipe everything.
You get Lysol wipes. Like for me, I wasn't married yet, but I was engaged, and I'd send an email out to my fiance, and she was like, "Well, what do you want in your care package?"
Yeah, Lysol wipes.
I'm a bottom ranker. I want Lysol wipes, man. I want Lysol wipes. I want vitamin C.
Yeah.
And I
want
some
nice curtains.
I want some nice curtains, and then Kleenex. Kleenex. Because
why is the clean?
Yeah,
well, you know,
I feel like prison and military life is very closely assimilated.
Wasn't because of jerking the gherkin. It was because you never know when you're gonna get a head cold, and for whatever reason your nose leaks like
crazy,
super hard on the boat.
Yeah, because it's so the air quality.
Like you could have a normal head cold and just have a sniffle on land. Go on deployment, dude.
It's the plague.
Yeah.
The double dragon.
We're gonna have.
And the fucked up thing about that is people would still steal your shit. Like if you had vitamin C out, they'd steal it.
Got it.
It's gone.
Yeah.
So just guys, a little advice before we wrap up this video. We have a lot of topics to talk about, so stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe to see more Militant Life Before and After episodes. But just a caveat again. I keep saying caveat. I finally got that word in my vocabulary recently.
Yeah,
I just heard it recently, and I'm just like caveat.
Higher education.
I know, man.
Yeah.
You like my vocabulary? Yeah. Hey, but this is gonna be wrapping up the episode, guys. Thank you so much for watching and all the support. Social media below as always. Make sure you guys subscribe to Coast Guard Chris.
Yep.
Channel below.
Coming out with a new video. I'm going to talk about the different rates in the Coast Guard. A lot less than the Navy, but kind of do the same thing.
And then, like I said, we got our fellow AZ squadron member that you guys heard. I'll put his face in the corner just so you know a reference of what we're talking about. And then, fellow Coast Guard brethren, he will be on Coast Guard Chris's channel.
You will see his face live soon.
Live. Alright, guys. We'll see you soon. Goodbye. That's it.
In the sky.